These people want to destroy the Irish nation and want the Irish people to support that, to vote for that, to vote for their own displacement. I think it's quite ironic that we passed here the Fine Gael stand, the Fianna Fáil stand, the main political party stand, and what are they doing? They're offering Irish farmers, inviting them into their stand to give them a cup of tea. Here's a free cup of tea, Barry's tea in Fine Gael stand, Lion's tea if it's in the Fianna Fáil stand, and people then are supposed to be thankful and grateful that you have parties that are representing their interests when in fact they're betraying them, they're selling them out. This government signed up to the Mercosur deal to allowing 99,000 tonnes of substandard South American beef into the European market, and also to remove existing. We cannot adopt a policy of being lapdogs to people who don't care about this country in the European Union. The same people who foisted and forced the 64 billion bank bailout on this country that added 64 billion euro to the national debt, and which caused the policy of government austerity. There's a minister now. Minister, you're an austerity minister, and he walks by. This is the Minister Charlie Flanagan, the minister for part of the austerity government that has misruled this country since 2011. This is the same Charlie Flanagan who's promoting Project 2040. He's running again. Security bringing him off.
Fine Gael isn't in charge. Department of Finance is instructed.
Fine Gael isn't in charge. Is that what you're saying? It's a revenue issue.
Who's in charge? In February.
Okay, we're being evicted, are we? I thought that Fine Gael. Yeah, okay. I thought the party who weren't afraid to face the public.
Pardon, you have to draft in the guards.
Yeah, you have to draft in the guards now. They're afraid. Political police. Face, they lose all those bonuses. Which is now 28 cents per kilogram bonus. That's great. There are a lot of people from Longford that came over to congratulate me on what I'm doing.
Traitor! 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 Selling out Ireland! Traitor!
We see what happened last week in relation to the beef deal. Beef farmers have been sold out. Beef farmers will become an extinct species. They won't survive another few years of this government's failure to address the malpractices at the heart of the meat industry in this country, and in relation to corporate dominance of agriculture, and corporate dominance not only in agriculture, wider than agriculture, when it comes to society in general. The Minister for Climate Change, Richard Bruton, is talking nonsense inside, as he has made a living out of talking nonsense for the last 30 years. I challenged Minister Bruton at the Fine Gael stand across the way in relation to the contradiction of the government's approach to punishing farmers and scapegoating farmers for climate change, and at the same time they're standing over, they facilitated and they're standing over a rigged beef deal, a raw beef deal that was negotiated last Saturday night, that sold out suckler and beef farmers in this country, giving them where there was no commitment to increase the base price, which is now at an unsustainable $3.45 a kilo. And we have a situation where the 30 months age limit, the discredited 30 months age limit is locked into that deal. And all that was done in relation to the 36 months is to give a derisory 8 cents bonus for cattle sold or slaughtered before 36 months, and to increase the quality assurance bonus to 12 cents to 20 cents for under 30 months. Cattle slaughtered at under 30 months of age. Why challenge Minister Bruton, who ran away basically to this stand
from the Fine Gael stand when there was an agricultural debate organised by his own party on this issue, because if he truly believes in doing something for climate change, and if he believes that the carbon footprint from the agricultural sector in this country is too great, then he would embrace and be pushing. He would be an advocate around the cabinet table for raising the 30-month limit to 36 months, because any farmer who who feeds cattle knows that to finish cattle before 30 months involves pushing them, feeding them with increased levels of concentrates, and not taking advantage of the clean green image that we have as a nation, where we have a temperate climate and where we can produce beef fed on grass, whereas which can be easily done on 36 months. In fact, you can finish beef steers especially at 34 months, but 30 months is used as a price suppressing mechanism by the factories, that if you fail, if you have cattle 30 months and 1 day over, you lose your 12 cents bonus, or after last weekend's deal, that 20 cents bonus, and you have to do it in 8 cents instead. That's punishing farmers, and that's punishing the environment. This man is talking inside about protecting the environment. He won't come outside and talk about it, about his contradictory policy.
Everything is done for big business and corporate interests. Everything is done to protect the lower corporation tax rates for multinational corporations, while we tax our own people to the hill. And they're talking about introducing carbon taxes in the forthcoming budget.
I left Ballymahan picket on Monday. They're still standing out on picket duty outside factories because farmers are not going to accept this deal. And I realise and I understand that there are many other farmers out there that have to pay bills, and they want to dispose of livestock, and they're under pressure to dispose of livestock. And what the policy of the meat factories, being facilitated by Minister Creed and the government, is to divide farmer against farmer, turn farmer against farmer. Farmers must unite and unite against this deal and look for a realistic and a fair deal. It's 19 years ago since the last beef blockade that I was involved in at the time when I was an IFA county chairman. And again, once again, the same issue. Price wasn't allowed to be discussed. And it's because of these people in here, the European Union, that are interfering in the domestic affairs of this country, interfering in the issue, the crucial issue for Irish farmers is the ability to negotiate a fair price to secure their livelihoods going forward. The farmers at the moment are working for a loss, and they're being subsidised for a loss, and that's what the purpose of the Common Agricultural Poverty is. The Common Agricultural Policy, the EU cheap food policy, is about subsidising farmers to work for a loss. They give them, most farmers, 3/4 of Irish farmers are in receipt of a basic payment of less than 10,000 euros per annum. 10,000 euros per annum. And we have some, like Mr. Goodman, who's in receipt of a basic payment of in excess of 413,000. And we have on board BIA, which is a state agency, in receipt of a basic payment of 1.4 million. That's how taxpayers' money is being abused. And we're not getting value for money, and farmers are not benefiting. Farmers are, again, as I say, repeat, being subsidised to work for a loss. And they're being expected then to take the crumbs from the table and accept a derisory, worthless, raw deal that was negotiated last weekend, that doesn't allow the crucial issue of base price, which is at the moment at $3.45 a kilo. $3.45 a kilo, and just down yesterday, not too far from here, Chagas had at their stand. They were saying that the base price that's needed to give a break-even situation for farmers, for livestock farmers, would be $4.17 a kilo. $4.17 a kilo, and we're talking about $3.45 a kilo, and we're talking about a 20 cents bonus on that. for cattle under 30 months. These people can run, but they won't hide. There will be a general election next year, and Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil is propping them up are going to take a drumming. And it's up to you, the people, to not play tennis ball politics anymore. Not think that you're punishing Fine Gael by voting Fianna Fáil or vice versa. To go out and vote for real change.